Well, hello, everyone. And again, my name is Eric Manley, and I'm a member of the Partner Market Development Team for SAP. I want to personally thank you all for joining today's webinar as we share some exciting new news in the procurement space. And a special thanks to the S2 team for their efforts in coordinating today's session and partnering with SAP. Let's begin with a short overview regarding the SAP Business Network and our future direction, and then we'll move forward through the presentation. So basically when SAP bought Ariba, right, the idea was very simple. We wanted to connect all of SAP ERPs to the business network to be that supplier portal, right? But today, we still have only a 5% penetration across our own customers. We know that was because of cost, complexity, and perception in the market. What we found out is that a unified business network is greater than the sum of the individual businesses. It incorporates customers, suppliers, distributors, and other stakeholders across company and across company borders. By sharing data and information in the network, enterprises get a real-time 360-degree visibility to sense demand, anticipate risk, manage retail, distribution, and procurement through to the consumer. We will replace disconnected one-to-one integrations with trading partners, bringing points of integration together all in one place. The SAP Business Network connects our existing procurement, logistics, asset, and industry-specific networks today and will connect more networks in the future. New business networks are changing the game for businesses and consumers in our digital economy. To keep up with the demands and expectations of consumers and business buyers, companies must connect, interact, and integrate on previously unknown and unexpected levels. SAP Business Network Group addresses precisely that demand using cloud-based solutions that deliver connectivity, efficiency, affordability, and a great user experience on any device, anytime. They provide the outcome and experience business users need via seamless platforms. The network will be made up of functionality from the Ariba network, also known as the Digital Supplier Network, which we'll discuss in further detail today, our Logistics Business Network, and of course the Asset Intelligent Network. It will eventually include a unified portal built around the new unified supplier portal. As you can see, this has been a directive from our CEO, Christian Klein. SAP Business Networks connects, again, procurement, logistics, asset, and industry networks today, and much more in the future. So basically, guys, our message is simple to the market, right? SAP has the best ERPs in the world, but a majority of our customers still today connect with their supply chains and suppliers via email, phone, and sometimes even paper. The result is error-prone, slow, high cost, and data-poor processes. And guys, that's everything but connected or intelligent. One could say that buying an ERP without a business network is like having the best smartphone in the world without the SIM card. The SAP Digital Supplier Network makes it easy for you and your suppliers to transact together. Instead of manual processes and paper, it connects your ERP to your suppliers digitally. It connects you and your suppliers digitally and make it easier to transact together. Instead of manual processes and paper, right? It'll help drive real business outcomes. It's accurate and fast, it's compliant, it's data rich, and it's priced at a low cost. So recently, we had a couple conversations with a customer, and one of our customers asked, so we had a partner build us out a custom supplier portal. How is the digital supplier network or the business network different? Well, a custom built portal provides point-to-point integration for basic business scenarios, but requires ongoing maintenance and adoption from your supplier base. The DSN, or the Digital Supplier Network, is a business network with a supplier portal embedded, hosted by SAP, with a community of 5 million plus suppliers globally. In addition, the network will help standardize processes across trading partners, introduce multiple connectivity options with 50 plus business documents, and bring a new sense of community intelligence, which in turn will increase your adoption rate. Over time, your paper and those PDF invoices will eventually be replaced with electronic ones. This drives true automation across the supply chain. This e-invoicing capability enables an AP clerk to manage up to 50,000 invoices per year. And as we know today, when working with paper or PDF invoices, an average AP clerk probably does no more than maybe 5,000 invoices per year. This automation enables finance departments to be more strategic when managing cash flow, while taking advantage of negotiated discounts, for example. And your suppliers, they're going to get benefits too. We are enabling intelligence for them as well. There'll be no more questions or calls to their buyers. They will know when they get new orders, the status of invoices, and when they will get paid, all in one place. The ISN package is the foundational network offering that includes a supplier portal. Customers will receive real-time insights from purchase order to payments, the ability to offer payments with dynamic discounting, and as we know, dynamic discounting can help customers to earn an average of $350K on every 200 million of that targeted spend. That savings alone can help fund the digital supplier network and additional growth. And what we've seen is, like, as buyers mature, they're gonna want more, right? You guys are gonna want more, you wanna grow. So vendor management in the cloud, or with vendor management in the cloud, or perhaps a sophisticated supplier collaboration for direct material suppliers. Our message here is, okay, let's start simple and then we can grow over time. So with that said, I'd like to turn over the call to Srini to tell us more about the new ISN offering that we have for you guys today. Thank you. Srini, are you all set?
Thank you, Eric, for the great background on supplier networks and business networks. Very helpful insights. Definitely more helpful to the audience. Let me share my screen. So what is ISN? You might be want to know a little bit details on what is ISN. The ISN is nothing but Intelligent Supplier Network, which is a combination of SAP Digital Supplier Network in addition to our S2 rapid deployment solution. Basically, what we are doing is be giving with predefined templates, a lot of beneficial to the SAP solution. You will see the details more in the subsequent slide. What are the ROI, typical things happening when you implement ISN? When you implement ISN, it creates a great foundation for your digital journey. Say, every C-level people, they have a target of digitization now with the current climate going on, with the pandemic situation and other various challenges going on. Everybody want to make sure that digitization is a key for their transformation program. So that's what this digitization gives a strong foundation And also like it automates your entire source to pay process, procure to pay process. That too, this solution you can deploy results in weeks without any business disruption, because it happens in the behind the scenes, how the automation, the connection, communication between the systems, so that you can have a seamless integration between the systems here. It gives at least 4 times beneficial of your investment within 3 years of the time here. So that's a kind of beneficial about this solution. And also like you can reduce time on your procurement process, lot of paperwork back and forth happening. You can reduce time here. It improves your compliance process, primarily like the duplicate invoices, redundant things, and then like overpaid, underpaid, like that. You have many scenarios within invoice situation there. Like that, it helps the compliance process more like streamlining, and it seamlessly track your orders also. Say when supplier sends some goods to you, you can easily like track where the things going on, when I'm going to deliver. We're going to show in the system as well how this shipment is going to be working on, like that. And also you can avoid some unnecessary approvals. You may have like 3 or 4 or 5 levels of approval, depends upon how much your spend is. With the automation in place, you can reduce those kind of approval in place there. And then like you can improve your supplier relationship also, because you are interacting with them seamlessly. Whatever the purchase order I'm creating now, within seconds you can see in the target system. So it improves supplier relationship and collaboration, because you giving the complete visibility of what is your spend is happening there in both sides. You can see that. So it gives an excellent relationship and collaboration. Things are happening. So what is the solution? What are the technologies behind the scenes happening for this solution? We were using Ariba network and SAP systems, connect each other, talk seamlessly. Why we picked up Ariba network? You have a 5+ million companies into the system. There is a $3.7 trillion in annual commerce revenue is floating through. 33 million users in the system. 76% of Fortune 500 companies in the system. So that's what the biggest benefit of Ariba network. The suppliers can connect seamlessly. So you can onboard like anything very quickly. So that's a biggest beneficial of supplier network. So when you see, it gives a good foundation for your, if you are a customer who are looking for S/4HANA transformation program, it gives a strong foundation for your S/4HANA transformation program. Some facts and all, if you go detail out, if you are like spending around like 250K to 250 million to 350 million, you can save an average like 300 to 400K by using like mitigating the overspends to supplier. You can reduce the cost of processing purchase orders, your invoices, and also you can capture some unrealized discounts also, like that, because you can see the full transparency with your supplier there. That is a beneficial of your intelligent supplier network here. There is one other customer example I want to give. They are based out of Bay Area. So they able to reduce their invoice backlog by more than 50% within weeks there by automating this solution. And you see like almost like more than 60% of invoices approval faster now, and they eliminated a lot of duplicate invoices. So this sets a right foundation for you. That's a kind of connection here. What is a value proposition? Who are the stakeholders involved in the company? They want to like make sure it brings a value here. There were various stakeholders. We picked a few, but it's not limited to only these three roles here, personas here. You have the value proposition put together for more broader stakeholders. So if we talk about the CPO, why do I need to buy the intelligent supplier network, right? Many CPOs now, they want to make sure there is a seamless communication happening with the supplier. The reason is there are like big challenges on market, like rapidly technology changes. Today one system, tomorrow different system, like that. They want to make sure the systems talk each other very well so that they can easily have a better visibility. What my transactional flows, the numbers and all, like want to make sure the more accurate here so that they can measure their spend and renegotiate with the suppliers. Many company, even they don't have a full visibility of seeing their overall spend by specific supplier, because they may have like a duplicate vendor numbers, like duplicate invoices. So it gives the complete visibility for the CPO. They can be able to reduce at least 2% spend within short time frame here. That's the biggest beneficial of CPO here. When you move to Chief Financial Officer, one of the key challenge for them is the accounts payable. Always like every human being, maybe they can solve like 5,000 invoices at the maximum. Even Eric mentioned in the statement, right? So you cannot do like more than 5,000 invoices being one AP cloud. What can they do? If they automate, they can get like almost 10 times productivity, more efficient than manual invoicing. So they don't need to like typical paper validation. This is the one we seeing. Even this challenges is happening for large enterprise or medium mid scale or small. Almost we seeing this challenge everywhere is happening. This is a kind of transformation we seeing. So it gives like 10 times beneficial to the CFO. Definitely like this is a great solution for them. When you see CIO, they are in the tremendous pressure for digitization. The reason is upcoming technology challenges, right? So many technology changes. Say one of the company, we had an interview with their CIO. He was telling like almost 12 procurement system they have in play. They want to consolidate everything together. So they want to make sure the process compliance is taken care. So with the reduction in errors, they want to have more accuracy here. And also they have a pressure for quick value realization. No longer the transformation program for years together, right? People used to spend like 3 years, 5 years kind of a transformation program. That journey is kind of like stopped now. Everybody I want to see the result in months time frame or weeks time frame, 3 weeks. What can I get from you, right? Being an SI or being with the product company, anybody, they want to see the quick value realization. So this gives this platform, this ISN gives a strong foundation for you, make that kind of connection there. So 100%, close to 100% touchless transactions you can make. All your P2P document can be automated here. If you see, what is the scope? Say, this ISN, what it comes is, it comes with standard scenarios. This is only what you're seeing is a sample of scenarios. You can expand more scenarios as well. So from buyer perspective, you can request for quote, purchase orders, goods receipt, service entry sheets. You can send the invoice status and also the remittance advice. These are all certain documents you can able to send it from buyer perspective. When I see supplier perspective, it can be like a quote or order confirmation or advance shipping notice or service entry sheet or invoice. So this is a kind of seamless interaction you can do between buyer and supplier. So it comes with a pre-delivered integration here. So once you install the standard configuration templates, you can easily we're going to talk a little bit how much time within 48 hours we can able to launch in our environment, in our demo environment. So that kind of simple and easy solution. It comes with 120 plus smart business rules, and also it's not only limited to 120 plus. SAP keep investing money expanding this business rules here. One biggest beneficial is I am a buyer. How my supplier, if my supplier is not an Ariba, what do I do? Like, is it like too much cost I need to invest? How do I connect with the buyer to supplier? It's very simple. Less than an hour, a supplier can freely create the account. Very easy. Like SAP has given like a standard supplier account, which you can enable less than an hour time frame. So that gives a seamless integration and flexibility for you. Immediately you can onboard your supplier within Ariba network so that you can talk easily with them. They provide some reporting as well, how much spend it's going on. We're going to show in the system in detail. And also SAP not only limited to the indirect spend, they have invested a lot of money on the direct spend also. You can expand almost like 50 plus supply chain transactions and keep on going to the next level. Direct spend integrations is happening. So this is a solution which lays a strong foundation for your digital journey. So we're going to talk about some demo here. We're going to show in the system also. Before we show in the system, we want to talk what are the things we're going to show here. So you have a S2 integrators is a buyer. We want to just to demonstrate the current fact here. We want to buy N95 mask from Atlanta Medical Supplies, who are already on Ariba. So we just want to have a seamless integration. When S2 integrators create a PO, it can receive the PO within a seconds of time. And same thing, Atlanta Medical Supplies can update the purchase order. When they update the purchase order, as a S2 integrators, what I requested, I can able to see immediately. I can see the confirmation from the supplier. Then I can prepare my mindset. And also the supplier can do one other thing. They can send the shipment notice also. This is what you're going to get it when the timeline, what courier we're going to get it. They can send the shipment details as well. Then once they send the shipment details, the buyer can create the goods receipt. This is what I'm getting. As soon as I receive my mask from the supplier, I can say I got received. Then it goes as a notice to them. So immediately what supplier can do, the Atlanta Medical Supplies can immediately send the invoice to my buyer. Then once the buyer gets the invoice, he can look at it, he can validate the information, then immediately he can vouch it, and they can release a payment as well. We're going to show in the demo as well. Srikanth. So what you're seeing here, this is a SAP S4 HANA system, and we have a Ariba system. Whatever you're seeing here is S4 HANA system. It's a standard managed purchase order app. What it does is it will show all the existing purchase orders. Due to the timeline, we taking one of the existing order and copying this purchase order. When you copy, it's a simple click there in the Fiori app. Just to once click, once you click there, it's creating the content, just the supplier information and the item level details. It's giving you a copy. So you can see the product name also, what is item name there in the short text, the material name. The TG11 is a material, but you can see in the short text. So once you validate all the item level details, what you can do, you can look at the further level, item level detail. There is an important tab here, Supplier Confirmation Control. In the tab, what you can do, you want to make sure you want to receive the confirmation on your PO. You select that box. So when it has a drop down, you can select what are the things you want to do, inbound delivery, etc. So for now, we can select the confirmation of your purchase order. So once you have the confirmation on your purchase order, you can just hit apply there. And then you validate all the required things, what you want from Atlanta Supplies. Then you can click order. It's creating the purchase order now. It's sending the communication to the Ariba system now in live to the supplier. It's happening now. So it's going to the Atlanta Medical Supplies. Now the PO is created in the S4HANA system. Now we are going and opening as a supplier here. I am a supplier now. I am Atlanta Medical Supplies now. I see the PO from S2 integrators. You can get this kind of in 3 different ways. The purchase orders. One, you can get the email, or you can browse through. You can look it through browser, or you can use a mobile app. You can see all those details in 3 different ways. Here we picked up the browser. In the browser, you can see the purchase orders came from S2 integrators. You can click and validate the details being a supplier. So once you click the details here, you can see it's happening live, seamless, within seconds you can see here in the Ariba system. So being a supplier, I want to make sure all the information is accurate and correct. Once I validate the information, the pricing, other information, I am going to say confirm, create order confirmation. So then confirm the entire order, or you can confirm the line item level as well, or you can reject it. Being the supplier, if you are running out of supply, you can reject the order also. So I'm going to confirm the entire order here now. So when I confirm the entire order, it needs a confirmation number. Based on your standard, company standard, you can give the confirmation number. It can be like the buyer number plus associated with 1, 2, 3 kind of things you can give there. And also you can put the estimated delivery date, one of the key information required. You can put it like when you're going to deliver there. So you can say I'm delivering tomorrow, 15th. And if you want, you can put additional comments also about the product background. You can put the details there. Once you have all these details entered, now being the supplier, I'm happy with whatever the information I'm seeing. And then what I'm going to do, validate the pricing information and all. I'm clicking next year, and then like going to send the confirmation now. So what we have done so far now, I'm sending confirmation, submitting it. What we have done is we got the PO, we looked at the PO, we send the confirmation back to the supplier now. Buyer now. So the buyer, we're going to see here the confirmation from the Ariba system. So we seeing the confirmation here. If you go to the supplier confirmation control here, you can see the confirmation got replicated here. You see it's with the AB category. Whatever the delivery date I entered there, from the supplier perspective, you can see the delivery date here 115. So buyer got like more comfortable now. I am getting this mask delivered by tomorrow. So just they want to make sure everything is okay. Now I am going back as a supplier role. I'm creating the shipment notice. That shipment notice also can be created very quickly. I'm giving the package slip ID for the shipment details, and then I'm going to put the delivery date. In the shipment details, I'm validating all the information here. The important thing, if you want to put any tracking information, you can give the courier name like a UPS, Airborne, all these things you can do that. Their details also can be captured here. So my shipment details is entered now. I'm going now. Once my shipment details is entered, I'm confirming, looking for all the item level details, and going to the next level and submitting my shipment notice. Yeah. So that shipment details also will be updated to the buyer. You can open there, you can refresh your screen. You immediately see in the S4HANA system, my shipment came here live. I can able to see this one. It's a demo system. If it is a production system, you will see seamlessly within seconds. Yeah, you see the confirmation category. So the supplier going to deliver on 15th, you're going to receive on 16th. So you see the new date here, 16th. That's my shipment now. Now I feel comfortable now. Once everything there received there, now I am going and creating, being a supplier, I am creating an invoice. Being an Atlanta Medical Supplies, I'm creating an invoice. I'm putting the invoice number. Again, up to your company standard, you can put your invoice ranges. So once I have the invoice, I will go into the line item level. Any other information I need to look at it. In the invoice, the good thing is you can create a full invoice or you can create a partial invoice. So you can put all the reference details, and also if it is like multiple line items, you have the option to include or exclude every item. You can make sure validate it. Once all the information is there, you can put the adjusted quantity. The 9 item you want to partially invoice, maybe 7 items. You can put like 7 items and then go to the next screen. So here you can see this invoice is created now. That invoice, you can go to S4HANA system. You can, once you submit the invoice, you can able to validate the invoice in S4HANA system live. So the invoice default, what it does is it creates and put it in a parked status, so that being a buyer, I requested N95 mask there. So I want to make sure the invoice details are accurate. So I looked at the parked invoice. Being an AP clerk, when I looked at the parked invoice, I am just validating the details, and all the information looks excellent. Then what I'm going to do, I can say, I can edit my invoice and post it basically. So edit, or I can post it directly as well if everything looks good. So that way it comes like end-to-end transformations happening seamlessly. This is a kind of scenario we configured. So we can able to do this integration seamlessly. So when I go to the process flow, it shows all the document flow from order status, from invoice status. Due to the timeline, we skip the goods receipt, but if it is a goods receipt, you would have seen the complete flow also. Even the subsequent invoicing, you want to send to banking, all the relevant information, you can see the flow from this document flow. So this concludes our demo. So here, what are we bringing on? So S2 integrated supplier network offering. What we have done is we created a rapid deployment solution, completely out-of-box integration. We want to deploy 3 key scenarios to start with: purchase order confirmation, invoice. In our offering, we want to have the supplier enablement also happening. And we want to give a predefined templates for testing, mapping, so that the customers can seamlessly use the value of S2 integrators, asserts, and whatever the time we spend in our lab. We want to make sure that being brought to the customer visibility. When we do this one, the biggest thing is these scopes can be delivered within 3 to 5 weeks of timeline. That's a very important thing. We can do without the business disruption. We can able to showcase end-to-end the digital collaboration with the supplier. We can able to guide the process on onboarding, how we automate the entire process. We can able to educate them, bring the complete business experience in this offer. And our approach is very simple. We come with the accelerators. We come with the predefined demos. We understand your requirements. We want to make sure the demos fit with your need. We don't want to showcase the cookie cutter demo. We want to tailor made specific to your need, so that you get your top level management approval easily. And then we have your IT architecture team also alignment, and we deploy your business scenarios very quickly, and we bring the testing templates, and we will target the one of the smooth go live what we have done so far, like with our customer. So those are all our big difference. So you may be asking, is this too expensive solution? That's a kind of mindset every customer is asking. Doing digitization, maybe if you see 5-6 years ago, it's like several millions of dollars. Many companies have spent too much money. Even the EDA documents, all these things, it's very expensive. But it's not expensive. It's only $99,000 we are offering for our customer, which includes 1 year SAP licensing, and also it brings up with a good cost model within 3 to 5 weeks of our deployment timeline. So this is what our offering we talk about. Next slide, please. So this gives we want to just take a minute to introduce us. Since we are running out of time, we are S4 HANA certified partner, and also we are Ariba partner. We have a lot of collaterals put together for all the S4 and Ariba integration. We are one of the strategic partner who can do from both sides. So we just to bring some data migration accelerators also into the discussion with the customer. Next slide, please. These are all some of the key takeaways. We would give this to as a key takeaway. You can look at it after the fact. We're going to email this tech to you all. Eric, anything you want to add here? Just any key messages that we missed?
Oh yeah, hey, great. First off, excuse me, great job. I love the flow, and I hope that the audience gets the real effect of, how simple, right? Of course, we're not going to be doing order confirmation, advanced ship notice all in, one day. But what we wanted to do is just show how simplify how quick and easy, right? And most important, that digital transactions is where we are today. But I also want to mention that, when we partnered with you guys, S2, and we talked about, this new offering, you guys were very excited, and we're like, how can we get a demo round? How quickly can we set this up? So we're like, well, most partners, it usually takes about, 4 or 5 days, 6 days, maybe a week to set up. And myself and my colleague, Denzel Paul, also on the call, we're pretty floored by how quickly you guys were able to get this thing up and running, connected, having a PO to invoice within a weekend, right? So as you mentioned, your deployment 3 to 5 days, 3 to 5 weeks, I'm sorry, it's definitely doable, right? And by doing that, we take a subset of suppliers, and we take our most our highest spend, our most strategic suppliers, and definitely the deployment can be completed in 3 to 5 weeks or less for that matter. So thank you, and a great job on the demonstration.
Thank you. Thanks, Eric, for the compliment. Really like a great teamwork. And thanks, Densil, for all the technical support on it. With that, thank you all for your participation. We will conclude this session. Thank you so much for joining this session.